Hi everyone. I thought I would follow up on a couple things that I got in my haul video that I did earlier this week. I had a chance to use the Sigma brushes, and I thought maybe I could share with you my thoughts on them. Now, obviously, I haven't had them long enough to know, how they hold up over, repeated use for months and months. So this is just how I feel about them, having used them for, I don't know, 3, 4 days, whatever it's been, um, since I got them. So the three brushes that I purchased from Sigma are the F84 Angle Top Kabuki, looks like this, the F82 Round Top Kabuki, it's like that, and the F80, I think it says, Flat Top Kabuki, which looks like that. The one that I've used the least is this Angle Top. And the reason I haven't really used it is the hair is an absolute wreck today. I'm kind of a wreck today. The reason I haven't used it is that I'm not afraid, but when I look at this, and I excuse my brushes being dirty, but Sunday is the day that I clean my brushes and give everything a good, cleaning, and I haven't done that yet today. But what I wanted to do was compare for you. This is a Sephora angle brush. This is a MAC angle brush. And this is the Sigma angle brush. Now, if I put them all kind of facing the same direction, as you can see, they all are different from one another. But what you can particularly see is how much bigger, I think this is called the bezel maybe, how much bigger this is, how much more, how many more hairs or bristles or whatever is contained in that. And when I turn them, you can see it even more on the sides. This brush is just much denser, and so I'm not sure I would use it in exactly the same way that I would use these brushes. It just has, again, let me kind of line them up so you can see the density of the brushes. It just has a lot more bristles or hairs, or whatever you want to call it, to it, and my thought is it probably picks up a lot more product, so that when you go to deposit it, you get kind of a different effect. You get more product deposited on your skin. Typically I would use these for like blush, or I would use them for contouring and that sort of thing, and I'm just not sure that I'm not going to end up with way too much product with this and then be in a panic. And during my work week, I don't leave myself a lot of time for handling panic situations with my makeup. I really do try to sleep to the last possible moment, and then get up and get myself ready and get out of here. So I didn't want to take the chance of using this and finding that I needed to start all over with my makeup, because I had some big blotch of something that I couldn't really manage. And yesterday I just didn't feel all that great, and I just didn't feel like fooling around with makeup. And this morning, sort of the same thing, but well, so I haven't really given this a fair try to see what it does and doesn't do, but I can say that it is extremely soft, and again, it's an extremely dense brush. What I can tell you, based on the amount of usage that I've had a chance to do, with these brushes is that I love these two brushes, and they're very similar. I've used them similarly in that I've used them to apply foundation. And again, probably in my mind, the biggest difference in them is the density of the hairs or bristles in this brush versus this brush. Also, probably the fact that the flat top is just a little longer means that you get a little more movement, because the top of this is a greater distance from the edge of the, I don't know what this is called, ferrule. I think I called it a bezel. That's a watch term. Ferrule. So you get a little more movement in this. But I did find this, both of them, to work really well for putting on foundation, and I've used them for both my face and body, MAC face and body, and also with my Studio Sculpt foundation. Today I have on the face and body, which is what I use probably 90% of the time. And what I found is that I, stipple it on and then, buff it out, all over, and it just really moves my makeup around very well. It, I think, gives me a nice finish. I just really, really, really like both these brushes. I found this one, maybe because it is a little denser, to be really nice for getting around my nose, For some reason I liked it better. I liked this one better, though, for actually distributing my makeup around on my face. I think, again, because this is so much denser and it doesn't have as much movement to it. So of the two for applying foundation all over the face, I prefer this one. But they're both nice for application of foundation. Now, obviously, I guess it's obvious, I don't wear my foundation I don't wear any of my makeup very heavy, I don't think, but I don't wear my foundation very heavy. And so, for me, this is just ideal, because it does make a small amount of foundation go a very long way. The other thing that I wanted to comment on relative to these brushes is the fact that they did not shed, as in not one single hair, one single bristle, nothing, nada, zip. And for me, that was just a delight, because I have experienced shedding with my MAC 187, which is what I used to use most of the time to apply my foundation, to the point where I just wanted to scream sometimes, because I just don't want to spend time putting on my makeup and then, an extra minute, minute and a half, whatever it's going to take to, remove every one of these little brush hairs from my face. So I was delighted that these did not shed at all. Now, I think in one of her recent videos, Junebug mentioned that she had some Sigma brushes that she did have a shedding problem with, and that that started occurring after she had had the brushes for 5-6 months, something like that. So obviously I haven't had these long enough to be able to speak to that, and I'm really hoping that that's not the case anymore with these brushes. But I'll know in 4 to 6 months, I guess. What I can say is, for $16, I could be a lot more tolerant of shedding than for some of the money that I've paid for some other brushes that shed the very second I used them, the very second I brought them into this house. So, we'll see how this works out. If there become a problem, or I have some shedding problem, or notice that there's an issue that is of concern, I will be sure to let you all know. But short of that, I recommend at least these two brushes. I think they're wonderful. I hope that's helpful to you guys and that you're having a really good day. If you have questions or comments, please leave them below, and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can, and I'll talk to you again.